You as well too. You have a pretty unique nickname. Talk to us a bit more about how that kind of came about.
Um, I try to follow my passions, try to listen to my inner
Really
voice.
tough up and comer in Danny Barlow. I mean, what was your game plan going into that matchup when you were fighting Danny Barlow?
There's a lot of different memories and
Start
experiences,
with
what you value, and then the world will value it.
All right, guys, this is Crazy Kev here, and I'm here with UFC fighter Joshua Quinlan. Joshua, how are you doing, my man?
I'm doing well, feeling great. Keeping the momentum going this year, making little adjustments. We always adjust after every fight, but I'm looking toward the future and excited for what it brings.
Yeah. Now talking a little bit more about the future, man. I mean, when do you think we can maybe see you back in the UFC cage, man?
I would like to have a fight by the end of the year. That's up to the UFC whether they give me that opportunity. But I'm making little adjustments every day. I'm working hard. I took some time off between my last fight to just um, decompress the mind a little bit and heal the body up from little nicks and bruises. But nothing was too bad. I didn't have any big injuries. And looking toward the future, of course, we have to always get clear on our why we're doing these things. Why do we do what we do? So I was able to take some time to get clear on my why, as well as just enjoy the people around me. And now I'm have some good energy to put forth and gonna continue the momentum this year.
Yeah, no, that's definitely awesome. We're looking forward for that momentum that you're looking to build. Now, in the gym, what are you kind of doing to kind of improve to be the best version of you?
One of my goals to get better in my martial arts is to be able to mix everything up. I do jujitsu, I do kickboxing, I do wrestling, but being able to blend it together is another beast. And I'm getting opportunities at Syndicate MMA to do some sparring over there and work my tools, but also putting in the work in each class, getting clear on the details, and yeah, just getting becoming a well-rounded martial artist. And I believe every experience, every fight gives me a better experience to lead into my next one. So I believe I'm getting better every fight, and my next fight will be the best one yet.
Yeah, and we're definitely looking forward to that, Josh. Now, in your last fight, you had a split decision. I mean, what did you think about the outcome? And just talk to us more about that.
Um, Last fight was a unfortunate decision, but I'm looking at it as a learning experience. I could see after rewatching the fight, I could see how it could go both ways and how the judges saw it in his favor. He was a little more active and had a little more strikes than I did, but the discrepancy would be the significant strikes. What was a significant strike to just a strike? And makes me want to get better, just makes me want to not leave it in the judge's hands. And I'm given the opportunity to implement myself in that cage, and whether it was a lack of my desire or lack of my action, that's what led to the decision. And for sure gonna strive to be a little more go for that W. I'm not going to play it safe. And of course, there's a happy medium. The fight before my last fight, I didn't play it safe, and I got the other side of it. I operated on emotion. Tried to will that win into existence, and I got the other side of it, the grunt of a technical knockout. And maybe that led to me being a little more um, measured in this fight, although that was a goal of mine to be a little more intelligent, a little more measured. But there's a happy medium. You have to play on that line of, going all in and going for the kill, but also being cognizant and understanding the dangers that what you put yourself in. So I will go in a little more with that killer instinct next fight, and I believe that will lead to my victory.
Yeah. Now speaking a little bit more about your victories that you had in your very first fight when you got your knockout win. You stopped your shots. You didn't do any follow up shots. What was kind of going through your head in the moment for you to make sure you didn't do any follow up shots in the big moment there?
That's a good question. My first fight in the UFC was against Jason Witt, and I got a solid technical knockout. He was out before he hit the ground, and I just we realized that no other shots were needed. We're all trying to protect ourselves. It is a fighting sport, but we try to do it as safe as possible. And if I don't have to add any extra damage that I need to, then I won't. And I hope my opponents will give me that same grace. But it's unconscious, deliberate. So I'm always trying to be deliberate with my actions, and I'm gonna fight until the ref stops it. And at that moment in my first fight, I didn't that it was necessary for us to continue, so that's why I held back.
Yeah. Okay. Fair enough. That definitely makes sense. Now, when you're getting ready for your fights, I heard your coach is kind of a coffee connoisseur. Are you still kind of going to the coffee shops and stuff, get your mind at ease before your fights?
Man, I enjoy the coffees for sure. My coach was able to give me that taste for a good coffee, and I have a espresso maker at my house. Trying to save some money. I invested in an espresso maker and still trying to dial it in. But I enjoy the coffees for sure. And yeah, we always go out for a little coffee. Fight week, we get to hang out together a little more in each other's presence. When we're out of town, we're in the same room, so we enjoy just kind of sitting down and getting a cup of coffee, or on a daily basis. It's part of my routine.
Yeah, that's awesome. And a little bit more outside the cage. I mean, when you're not fighting and stuff, what else do you kind of like to do as well too?
That's a good question. What I like to do outside the cage is be intentional. My training's intentional. I don't just go through the motions. I always have a goal for my training. And to tell you the truth, it's a little less clear when you don't have a fight. When you have a fight lined up, you have a date. You're like, okay, every training's leading up to this point. And when you don't have a date, it gives you a sense of you're a little more relaxed, but it's a mindset. You have to really be able to turn it on and keep a clear mind, knowing that you will have another fight. So each training is a opportunity to get better. When I'm not training, I still try to stay intentional with my actions. I journal a little bit. I'm always planning for the future, trying to put myself in a good situation. Um, I try to follow my passions, try to listen to my inner voice, and of course, not listen to that ego, which tells us, oh, we wanna do the things that make money, we wanna create this good life, we want these material things. But I try to separate that from what I really want and what my ego wants and stuff.
Yeah, no, that's definitely pretty awesome. Now, you mentioned doing a little bit of your journal and stuff. I mean, what do you kind of write in there? Are you writing about your fighting? You writing about life outside of it? Talk to us a little bit more about that if you want.
I appreciate you allowing me to talk a little bit more about journaling. I've been trying to, that's another thing, that a tool that I use to kind of reflect on how my life's going, set some intentions, whether it's yearly intentions or even weekly intentions. It keeps me a little more directed and allows me to express myself and my thoughts, not just staying in my own head, and gives me a little bit sense of accountability. Setting goals in the beginning of the week. At the end of the week, I'll reflect, did I meet those goals? Did I make it to did I was I consistent in what I said I was going to do? And getting my friends into it a little bit, keeping each other accountable. We do have different goals, but I believe that journaling allows you to get to know yourself a little more. And whether it's projects that you're working on, good ideas, you have to a idea is a good idea, but if you don't write it down, it might just float away and you might forget about it. So writing it down, kind of articulating it, getting clear on the details of it is a little process I use. So journaling is I encourage everybody to journal, and there's something about having a pen to paper other than just maybe putting it on your phone. So that's what I enjoy. A good coffee shop and a journal. Yeah, that's my happy place.
I like it. No, that's definitely pretty awesome, man. That's pretty unique stuff. Now, outside the cage as well, too, what kind of music do you like to listen to during your free time?
There's a lot of different genres I like to listen to. For music, I'm getting to a little bit of that. I don't know what you want to call it, like Brazilian funk a little bit, but it's like I just like the beat. Kind of keeps me in that kind of a little bit of a serious mindset. I put in my AirPods. I'm like kind of get in that zone, whether it's like going into training. But of course, there's different vibes when I'm trying to get things done. I put in those earphones and kind of not really lyrics, but just like a beat, kind of keeping me focused. But when I'm more relaxed, maybe cleaning or something, more of a soothing mood, more some soothing music and stuff. I like to listen a little bit of a sometimes Christian music to get me in a good mood and stuff. But yeah, it varies. And yeah, my brother, he gave me a taste of music when we were younger. You know, you're around your brother, and he got me into a little bit of Blink 182 back in the day, of course. But Blink 182, Linkin Park, he just sent me an old one of like Billy Talent, which is kind of like a punk rock a little bit. So it's cool to listen to those nostalgic songs. But you know, I'm not too picky. Just something that has a good beat and some good meaning.
Yeah, no, that's definitely some good music choices. I definitely like it, my man. And when it comes to you as well too, you have a pretty unique nickname. Talk to us a little bit more about how that kind of came about.
Yes, my nickname Bushido came about by just the essence. I'm trying to operate as a fighter. I'm not maybe a prize fighter like other people think. I'm not fighting for money. I'm not fighting to be on a big stage for fame or something like that. I try to embody the warrior spirit, and I believe Bushido is the code of the samurai. I'm half Japanese, so come kind of aligns with me a little bit. And even when I was building up for my amateur career, um, my my teammates said something like Kane Marzola. We were both coming up the amateur ranks, and we both became professionals. You know, where I think he said something like you like Universal Cowboys or something like just like warriors in a different time. We're warriors, but we're just living in a different time. So I like that, even though we're in a different time with different attributes or different technology and stuff. We are who we are, and we try to operate in that sense. I believe our life tells a story, and I believe part of my story is being a warrior, being disciplined, and making a positive impact in the world. And we all want to impact the world in a positive way, but kind of understanding what you want to bring, what you want to leave in this life allows you to kind of align with the essence that you maybe can an essence that you can pass on that will live on longer than you.
Wow. Yeah, no, that's definitely pretty cool about how your nickname came about. I definitely like that. Now, getting back to one of your other previous matchups you had, you fought a really tough up and comer in Danny Barlow. I mean, what was your game plan going into that matchup when you were fighting Danny Barlow?
Danny Barlow was a great opponent. I believe that he posed a great challenge, and I enjoyed that fight. I learned a lot from it. Of course, there's challenges going to each fight, going into that specific fight. I had a little injury, so I wasn't doing as much sparring. I was doing a lot of mitts. I was doing everything I needed to do, but couldn't do too much live sparring that would prepare me for that fight. And I was physically ready. I was popping my punches. I feel like I was physically ready. I was mentally ready to go to war in that fight. But there was a slight hesitation with my flow. There's a slight hesitation with firing off a shot. You're not supposed to think about, oh, should I throw this punch? It's supposed to happen second nature. And I believe those split second hesitations kind of built up to having me get outpointed in the first couple rounds and me getting frustrated in that last round trying to throw everything at him and kind of forgetting about my defensive responsibilities, forgetting about my technique, trying to go in with sheer will and a great learning experience. I'm glad that I fought such a talented opponent. Um, you know, congrats to Danny Barlow. I hope he continues to prosper and level up, and I hope to every opponent that poses a challenge, whether I win or lose to, I always want to, you know, maybe get back in the ring with him, maybe give him a different look. I believe we grew from it. We created a type of bond in there, and I believe that we're both getting better, and maybe in the future we'll get a chance to re have another dance.
Yeah, no, that would definitely be pretty cool if you guys do have another dance. Now, obviously, you're a strong guy yourself, but how strong was Danny Barlow compared to some of your other opponents that you may have fought?
He was quick. He's an athletic guy. Danny Barlow's a very athletic individual. He has good attributes of length. He has a good stance. I usually judge people on their strength by perhaps maybe clinching up with them, maybe getting in like a body lock. Or like, okay, that would be a feel about their strength. But I didn't get to clinch up or getting into grappling exchanges with Danny Barlow, so I wasn't able to feel his strength. He was very athletic, very versatile. He had a little quicker. He beat me to the punch. He had a quicker, fast twitch muscles that kind of threw me off my game. So I commend him for what he does. And for strength wise, I wasn't able to. I guess there's different type of strength, but he was quick. He had that quick, fast twitch muscle, and that was a challenge for me to decipher. But as strength goes, his punches were hard. Nothing really dazed me to a point where I was kind of lost, other than that last shot where I ran into the punch. I kind of met the punch with my force, which made it kind of twice the power. So, but he did hit me with some good shots. Nothing to write home about. It was just a naturally good shot.
Yeah. Okay. Fair enough. Fair enough. Now, when you're facing a guy like Danny Barlow and stuff, and you're getting ready to like do the weigh-ins and stuff, they kind of like call you up in order and everything like that. What's it like to kind of be standing like right there, right behind your opponent and stuff? Like, what's kind of going through your mind?
Yeah, that happens every time, whether you're walking up to the scale and you're kind of, you're both kind of leaned out the first time you're seeing each other. It's a pretty stoic event. I don't try to, there's not much nerves. I know that, it is what it is. We're going in there. Maybe we're not feeling the best because we're at a lower weight, but yeah, you kind of try to look at them, kind of see their body language, if they're kind of slumped over or if they're you can kind of, I try to read their body language a little bit and maintain a good body language too. I want to show that I'm ready to fight. I'm show that it's going down. It's not going to be an easy one. And yeah, it's always fun to size up your opponent a little bit before the fight. No words are exchanged, barely any glances, but you know um you go into war the next day, so it's a interesting environment to.
Yeah, no, it definitely seems like an interesting environment. Now, before we jumped on this interview, I was watching a video of like Bilal Muhammad and Leon Edwards like kind of having interactions at like the fighter hotel. Did you have any interactions with like even like Danny Barlow or just like any of your opponents? And if so, what was kind of like going through your mind when you had those interactions?
Let's see. I can't recall any specific ones from my past opponents in the UFC. There was one fight in the LFA. It was after weigh-ins. Me and my opponent we got dinner at the same spot, and it wasn't like we were with our team or anything. He did a to-go order, and I did a to-go order, and we were both waiting for dinner right before the fight. And it was pretty cordial. We didn't kind of mad dog each other or anything. It was, we I said hi. I think it was just pretty respectful and stuff. But then next day we went to war, and I always give my opponent the respect. Of course there's some type of mind games that people do, and want to put on a show, but there's a balance. You don't want to be too nice, showing that, oh, you're a nice guy. They want to, and then they might try to take advantage of you in the ring. It's You have to show your intentions, but being respectful is always something I strive for.
That's awesome. No, you definitely are a respectful fighter, that's for sure. And outside the cage as well too, when you have some free time, do you ever watch any like TV shows or movies or anything like that? And if so, what's maybe some of your favorite stuff you like to watch?
Man, I'm not too much of a TV guy or Netflix guy. I don't watch too much of that. I don't have any subscriptions on that. I tend to pop myself on YouTube and when the night wind down the night, I watch a few YouTube videos and on my feed they have you know, I like to watch some jujitsu, keep up with a little bit of the jujitsu. That's a martial art that I participate in and I enjoy. I like seeing the highest levels of there. Got a few a few big jujitsu tournaments coming up, so I like to see the people training for that. Um, I always like seeing, shout out to Andy Varilla as he enters the CJI, the Craig Jones Invitational. Rooting for him and Hanato Kanuto. Those guys are local BJJ professionals that are competing at the highest level, and I'm excited with that, and that kind of keeps me interested. It's a nice little chess match that I watch, and yeah, so sometimes I like to watch like some universal knowledge, but I always try to steep myself in the Bible and stuff. I don't, even though it's interesting to me that seeing similarities and seeing some kind of knowledge that other people come up with a different perspective. I don't try to get too if you try to get knowledge for so much different places, you don't really have a good foundation. You're just kind of taking everything in. But I do believe that the foundational knowledge is in the Bible, and you should always steep in that, other than trying to look at other people for knowledge, looking at other people for their their truth. So even though I enjoy kind of it tickles my interest at those things, I try to not take it for I take it with a grain of salt. I always know that I know where my foundation is.
Yeah, no, that definitely is awesome that you watch a lot of jujitsu matches online. I definitely like that. I like to do the same thing as well. Now, I'm also a Taekwondo instructor myself. I've been teaching for 6 years now, and I started when I was 5 years old. So I've been doing it for 19 years now. So I love martial arts. And with all the guys I got at my gym, what advice would you give to them to keep on coming into the gym and to keep on getting better and better every day?
That's a great question for people that are training whatever martial art there is, something that's a discipline that you're able to put your time into, that you're able to see growth. What helps me in being that growth mindset is coming in to training with a little bit of a intention, a little bit of a goal that you want to do. Of course, we set goals and we want to perform a certain way, and maybe our live rounds don't go the way we want, and we get a little frustrated with the result of live rounds. But if you do your best, gives me some peace. I don't try to measure myself on, I'm a black belt in my jujitsu, and I'm like, oh, a lower level guy gave me some rub, or a lower level guy kind of got the better of this round, and that, my ego might say, oh man, that shouldn't happen. But if I did my best in that round, I should accept that and be happy with that and learn from it, other than having a certain expectation that I have to be better than this person. So coming in there with not too much of an ego, some intentions of what you want to accomplish during your training, and just come in there with a good energy. The martial art gym is a place that I can, whatever happens throughout the day, if I go into the martial art gym, I know it's a place that I can give 100% in. I don't think about much. I'm able to focus on that hour, give 100%, and give my all in something. And there's not a lot of things that people can give their all in something. Sometimes their job is not as passionate about the job. Sometimes other things, your daily duties aren't as passionate. But if you have something that you can put your 100% into, then value that and be grateful for that. And that always gives me a good mindset, a good feeling going to the gym, knowing that I'm able to give my 100% and feel a little bit fulfilled, learn something, and put forth some good energy. So continue to do that, put forth good energy, good intentions, no ego, and do it for the love, and you'll go far.
Yeah. Yeah, that's definitely an awesome message, Josh. I definitely appreciate that. And when it comes to you and training, I mean, what's maybe some of your favorite memories that you might have had in the gym when you were training?
That's a great question. And, I've been training since 2012. I believe I graduated 2011. 2012, I entered the martial art gym. And there's a lot of different memories and experiences, a lot of different teammates, the people that got me into the gym are no longer there, but just having that kind of bringing me into the gym, a new environment, meeting the coaches, and just starting that process, starting that journey. Understanding that, it's not a it's a team sport in a sense, but it's an individual sport in the sense that the time and effort you put in is the and there's results you get out. It's not like team sports that you're locked into a team and have to work with that dynamic. It's people can start better than you, and you can surpass them just by your consistency and effort. And I believe that's a good attribute for me, that I was able to stay consistent in something. And just the old memories of the one fight team, seeing Vanderlei in there a few times, and just it's always somewhere that I could go to forget about, you know, kind of just put my life on hold for a little bit, whether it be my college studies, whether it be certain things that are posed in my life. I can go to the martial art gym even today. Like, I'm thinking about the future, where my future is gonna go, and trying to plan that, trying to put things in place that are secure my future a little bit. But that can be a little stressful in itself. So I know that I can go to the martial art gym, give my 100%, and if I can continue doing that, I believe everything else will fall into place. And maybe not, but I believe that that training will give me the work ethic to apply, or work ethic and principles to apply to different other challenges in my life.
Yeah, no, I definitely think those are some awesome experiences, Josh. And it's been awesome talking to you, my man. What's maybe your final message out there for the fans watching this video?
Final message for the fans watching this video is: continue with a positive mindset. Do what you enjoy. If you're not doing what you enjoy, kind of find that out. Ask yourself the right questions: that what kind of life do you want to live? And just follow that. Don't worry about the money or things of that nature. Start with what you value, and then the world will value it. Don't start with what the world values, because the world's a little distorted. The world can give you certain goals that won't be as fulfilling as you would think. So always align yourself with goals that you find fulfilling, and that you enjoy, and then you enjoy putting effort into. Invest your time and see how you can benefit others with your passion. And that's what I'm doing. I'm following my passion, trying to increase value by my life experience. And you know uh, I feel that positive mindset and keeping that mindset strong, whatever challenges come, is a valuable tool. So just keep a positive mindset, and ask yourself the right questions.
Yeah. Yeah, Josh, it's been awesome talking to you, my man. I'm super glad I was able to bring you on the show. Thank you so much for taking the time. And we're looking forward to what's next with you, my man. Hopefully, you get a fight towards the end of the year.
My man, thank you so much, Kevin. Thanks for putting on a great platform, a great podcast, and keep it up, man. Looking forward to having another conversation with you.
Yes, me as well, too. All right, Josh. Thank you again. Enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you again, my man.
Let's see ya.
All right, man. See you later.